Most people will work 40 years and retire with almost nothing. It is not bad luck. So why do a tiny few build real wealth from the exact same paycheck? This is the wealth habit. Today, when geniuses blew up the world economy, and by the end, you will see money completely differently. It's 1998, and the global financial system is on the brink of collapse. In a small office in Greenwich, Connecticut, a team of brilliant minds is fighting to save their firm, Long-Term Capital Management, from disaster. The company's founder, John Meriwether, a former vice chairman at Salomon Brothers, stands at the center of the chaos, his reputation and fortune hanging in the balance. Just a few years earlier, in 1994, Meriwether had launched Long-Term Capital with a bold vision to use advanced mathematical models to make enormous profits in the bond market. He assembled a team of academics and traders, including Nobel Prize winners Myron Scholes and Robert Merton, to help him achieve his goal. The firm's strategy was to identify tiny discrepancies in the prices of different bonds and then use vast amounts of leverage to exploit those differences. At first, the plan worked beautifully. Long-Term Capital's returns were staggering, with the firm earning over $1 billion in profits in just its first few years. Investors clamored to get in on the action, and the firm's assets under management swelled to over $100 billion. Meriwether and his team were hailed as geniuses, their models and methods the envy of the financial world. But as the years passed, Long-Term Capital's bets began to go sour. The firm's models, which had been so successful in the calm markets of the mid-90s, failed to account for the extreme volatility of the Asian financial crisis and the Russian debt default. The firm's losses mounted, and its leverage, which had once been its greatest strength, now threatened to destroy it. In the summer of 1998, Long-Term Capital's situation became desperate. The firm's losses had grown to over $4 billion, and its assets were dwindling rapidly. But here's what almost nobody sees coming, right? Meriwether and his team scrambled to find a solution, but every door they tried seemed to lead to a dead end. The firm's investors, who had once been so eager to get in on the action, now wanted out, and the firm's reputation was in tatters. The U.S. Federal Reserve, led by Chairman Alan Greenspan, stepped in to stabilize the situation. They helped broker a rescue package. A group of major banks and financial institutions would give Long-Term Capital a massive infusion of capital in exchange for a significant stake in the firm. This plan was unprecedented. It marked a major turning point in the history of financial markets. Long-Term Capital's collapse was averted, but the firm was never the same. Meriwether and his team had to wind down operations. The once mighty hedge fund was reduced to a shadow of its former self. This incident was a stark reminder of the dangers of unchecked leverage and the importance of prudent risk management. The collapse of Long-Term Capital raised questions about the role of regulation in financial markets. The firm's use of complex mathematical models and massive amounts of leverage had gone largely unchecked. The consequences were catastrophic. Regulators vowed to be more vigilant to ensure such a disaster could never happen again. The story of Long-Term Capital's near-systemic collapse is a tale of genius, hubris, and catastrophe. Even the brightest minds can fall victim to the temptations of greed and the dangers of unchecked ambition. This is a story about what happened, not a guide to what you should do. Remember, this is general education, not financial advice. Speak to a registered financial advisor before acting.